Oh, welcome back, Acolytes. I'm Darzal, back at you again. Woo! Ugh. Today, we're going to be doing some modding for a game that we've totally never ever played before. Uh, yeah, that's a lie. But, I mean, it kind of is, because I've never really beaten it. Skyrim VR. We're gonna mod Skyrim VR because it's been a while, and surely there are enough VR mods now to really make a difference. So, yeah. So I figure if I stream the modding process, um, you guys can also give your input of whether or not we should do a mod like this, or maybe that mod instead. You know, you guys can have some input into how the game is going to be. I already have a couple of ideas that I'm pretty sold on. I just want to look into them on the Nexus a bit more. I have a hole in my shirt on my titty. Aw, man. Aw, man, what? Wow, I said Skyrim VR and the views went down. Ah, well. Maybe this isn't a good idea. Anyways, yeah, so I have a list of mods. And of course we have the Nexus mod man Nexus open. I want to kind of go through these pages and just kind of make notes as to what I want to do. But for instance, I do have some items, some mods that I want to put in. Like Higgs, which actually adds, actual hand interaction and shit like that. Um, and there's like a spell wheel thing. But when I find something on this list, I'm gonna add it to my list. Uh, and then we'll go from there. And you guys can also make recommendations. I'm hoping for your recommendations. I want your recommendations. Um, just so that way we can build this and hopefully get it to work properly. That'd be really really great. Um, so yeah, mine, chop, and drop. Realistic mine and VR patch and extension added quarry, clay, and Stalrim ore support. So actually, uh, ore drops to the ground. Added wood chop. Okay, so like if I'm banging a rock, it just drops on the ground. I kind of like that. I already like that. A patch for realistic mine and mod. For realistic mine and VR. Patch adds support for stone quarry deposits, clay deposits, geo deposits, Stalrim deposit. Also randomizes the number of strikes to get ore. 2 to 4 strikes per harvest instead of every 3 strikes. Added wood splitting mechanic, which allows you to spawn logs on the chop and block if you have an axe. Swing to chop, no special tools. I could actually choo-choo. Choo-choo! I could actually choo-choo. No special tools, menus, or complication. Or drops to the ground when mined because immersion, instead of just automatically going into my pocket. All plays nicely with Vic and Higgs. Higgs is what I want. Realistic mining I'm probably going to need. Right. Let me... I'm going to make a whole new thing. A whole new text document here. because I didn't actually make one. I just had a list of things like, oh, I should look into these. And most of them I didn't even want. Let me copy that and I'll put that in there. Let me go to realistic mining VR. Implement a manual mining method aimed at VR users. Now you will actually need to swing your pickaxe at ore nodes. Once in VR, you will end up actually registering multiple hits rapidly. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. I remember in VR you could walk up to the node and just press the button and you're just instantly done. And you could also just swing at it and it would also be instantly done. It was rather nice how fast it was, but it did defeat the purpose. Like the smart thing to do if you were gonna clear a cave is actually have a battle pickaxe. And as you're fighting, you're just like, oh, that's ebony. Pink! Superfan, hello! Default game script is relying on the one-handed patch and leaves all the default scripts alone. So I would want this. Actually, I don't even know. Do I want this if I have this? I mean, it says it plays nicely with it, but why does it matter? I added a switch to prevent attacks from registering. If they are too fast, it stops rapid love taps from registering. Beep, 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 beep. If you strike too eagerly, you will feel a bit disconnected from the sounds produced. For those curious, it only register a strike every 0.7 seconds. Is the new series going to be a VR one? Yes, Superfan. And I want you guys to help me mod Skyrim VR. Right now, I'm looking for mods to possibly put in. This is a great time for everybody to speak up and be like, hey! Sad, watching VR gives me a headache, so I'll have to skip that one. Well, hopefully I can fix that for you so you can watch it. I don't really see a reason to get this. I don't see a reason to get that at all. It says it plays nicely with it, not that it requires it, and this already does everything that I wanted it to do, so... bleh. Custom shout cooldown. Eh. VR refit. Keys resized. Purses and septums resized. The keys I can understand, because the keys are absolutely huge. They're like that big. That's a key. Am I going to use Requiem? I don't think that will work too well in VR. I do have a plan. I have two companions that I'm going to download. One that I've used before, and one that I've never actually used for stream. They interact off of each other as well. And I'm going to be having those two because VR plays very differently, and it is harder. in a way, even though like technically you have more options, uh like especially with magic, like you can just that way and that way, just um it is harder, and I'm gonna play on the hardest difficulty because I'd never play that game on hard difficulty because it's just too spongy. I just make them hit me harder and play on normal essentially. But Requiem is too RPG-ish, or VR realism. I need something more like Skyri, but I don't think Skyri exists anymore. I think he's abandoned that for, what was it? Ordinator? So maybe I'll look into Ordinator and put that into VR. Swap, drop, and hold. Spells to use with brick gestures to equip weapons you're holding thanks to Higgs, or swap equipped weapons between hands. Well, I don't know why I looked at the picture. Add some spells to move weapons around. Oh, I don't really care about that. I don't need a spell to pick something up in my hand. I don't want this in my hand. I want this in this hand. Perfect. Like, that's what I would want. I'd want... Yeah. Drop on death. Causes NPCs to drop their items on death. The main reason this mod was made was to use the VR mod Higgs. However, it works for SSE as well. With Higgs, you can physically pick up items and bring them over your shoulder to store them in your backpack. You can choose what actors drop their items using the attached ini file. Only unequipped items are dropped on death, so NPCs are not stripped naked. You can grab these equipped items off a corpse with Higgs. Also, don't worry about lag. Yeah, so Higgs is definitely going to be a thing, because I was saying before, like, how weird the Bethesda VR games are with its inventory setup and everything. Because, you just kind of look at it. you just look at it. It's just gone. It's in your pocket. So I want Higgs so I can go put it in my pocket. So yeah, I don't know about that one. That seems unnecessary. Also seems like a really bad idea if I go on a massive killing spree and there's just shit lying everywhere. Child of Cold Harbor. Why is that in VR? Oh, it's a Live Another Life. Designed with VR in mind. Since alternate start mods don't generally work in VR because of the custom start scene, this mod is designed to provide an introduction to the Child of Cold Harbor alternate start. Okay. Yeah. There's the spell wheel. This thing I was thinking about. So what this is supposed to do is, instead of like my inventory, I can press a button and something like this will pop up where I can then reach forward and grab it. So like if I wanted my axe, I can apparently reach forward with my left hand and grab it, and now it's equipped. And same thing with Dawnbreaker, I could reach forward with my right hand and grab Dawnbreaker and it's equipped. And same thing with all these spells. I can be like this one and this one. Boop, there we go, I got double. So that I like, that I want, because spells and inventory management in Skyrim VR was really horrible. Immersive wrist bars option. Oh, I kind of like that. Oh, I kind of like that. I can look down and see that instead of it just being floating on the screen, because that was another annoying thing, trying to figure out what the hell my health and stamina is because it's moving around. I could just do that. I kind of like that. I do like that. Look at that. Uh, you like how in other VR games there are easier menus to equip stuff? Do you like the spell wheel from Blade and Sorcery? Then this mod is for you. Selection wheel, blah blah blah. Items, spells, shouts without going into a menu, or even open some menus quickly without wasting a button. Boom. By default, it only shows your favorited spells, weapons, but you can enable favorited or all food, all potions, foods, poisons, arrows, bolts, melee weapons, shields, bows, crossbows, everything. Just favorite everything. Oh, you can just show everything from the okay MCM menu. Okay. Also has immersive wrist bars for health and these can be enabled in the MCM bars page. Okay, so that's even better. I don't actually have to install anything extra. I can just turn it on, and if for some reason I don't like it, I can turn it back off and just go back to vanilla. But I think I would like it because I don't like it. I don't like how it worked in vanilla. All right, so this is definitely a thing. This is definitely a thing. Let's see this. I want to see. I want to see it work. I've only heard about it. Oh, way to unequip things too? Oh, that's wonderful. Grip and trigger. Okay. Okay, so that works different. I thought you press the button and it just bring up one thing and you could just reach with each hand, but apparently it is two menus essentially. That's still fine. That's still much better than vanilla. Enable all orb types. Okay, well show me. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's much bigger. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, I didn't even think about that. being able to use being able to favorite arrows and just being like, that one, boom, that's it. Well, I was planning on having an archer like character because I never really did archery in VR. That's it. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So we're gonna be coming back to this. Right now, I'm just doing my initial run through of the pages, but yeah, this is definitely a thing we're getting. Navigate VR equipable dynamic compass and maps. Well, I can't really. I see that works, but
Excuse me, sir. I am looking for the way to High Hrothgar. Do you maybe know it? Can you help me, maybe? Please? Just the way to High Hrothgar. Sir? Sir? Eh. Whatever, I didn't want to talk to you anyways. Let's see. So... Overmap in Skyrim. Do you totally get lost without it? Do you want to pretend that you know how to read maps and navigate with them? Do you want to look at a shiny compass with a needle that is probably the smoothest part of your entire game? Then this mod is for you. Navigate VR brings you a functional compass and equipable maps that can also be holstered with VR IK. When you start with the mod, you will have 4 items: the compass, the map of provinces.
they're using that well, there. He is using that what is it? That paper that paper UI that I was using in my other playthrough. I might be bringing that back because I do prefer it rather than the, especially in VR. Look how good that looks in VR. Yeah, so I'm definitely bringing that back.
And aisles, the
rather than fancy iPhone.
It's just not detailed enough. So let's go buy a new map. So for every hold in Skyrim, you can buy
I kind of like the idea of this. I'm gonna put this with in my possibles. I'm gonna put that with possible. I kind of like the idea of it. I'm gonna put that with possible. One thing that I do want to find is it possible to get Creation Club stuff into VR? Because I want it. It's called something else, Adventures Journal UI or something. Yeah. I had that on my Wayrest Bradley because, you know, he's an adventurer, so he's a map guy and he takes notes because he's a, you know. So I was like, oh, it's perfect. So definitely bringing that back for VR because I don't like the vanilla UI. Look, here's another one. Oh, Dear Diary, there it is. There it is. Yeah. So we're gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put that, well, not impossible, but I mean, I'm gonna look through all these possibles again. I'm going to paste that. I'm going to start doing this as well. I'm going to take the link. I'm going to copy it. I should have done this to begin with. Boom. Smaller coin size and instant equip VR essentially skips weapon drawing and sheathing animations. No. There's Higgs. Higgs is definitely a thing that we're going to be doing.
Hello everyone, this is Kangar. Welcome back to Skyrim VR mods.
There's Inigo, so we know Inigo works.
This is the first video of the year 2021, and
is this the same guy that we just... It is! It is. So the guy who makes Higgs that we're definitely getting also did the compass and maps thing, so...
Finally,
might as well get them.
There's the official release of this mod. Yep. Gravity gloves and real physical hand interaction in Skyrim VR is officially, finally released.
So yeah, this got me excited, but like how old is this mod now? Yeah, this came out at the beginning of the year. But I'm fairly sure there was an alpha and a beta for this, because I swear I've heard about it before that. And I've been thinking about, like, if I ever go back to Skyrim, it's going to be Skyrim VR, because I never really beaten it. And especially now that I have a better graphics card and all this other stuff, like, it can definitely hold up. And it would be with Higgs. Just because of all the new shit that it does.
KSE, most obvious one, and that is you can smack stuff away. Because your hands now have collisions, and that's really fun. Grab with the grip and interchangeably.
Yeah, you can't...
So whatever...
Holding shit like this in VR was just not possible. It was just like in actual Skyrim where you put your mouse over it, you hold the button, and you can kind of pick it up. It just sucks. It sucks in regular Skyrim VR. Chief Poohbar, hello. What kind of GPU I got? I got a 3060 Ti.
Floats your boat here. You always know, so feels very natural.
The last time I tried to play Skyrim VR, I had a 720 Ti. So I've moved up in the world a bit. So yeah, Higgs is definitely a thing we're going to be doing. I don't need to do anything with it quite yet because we are still just looking through everything. Skyrim for real VR. Oh, it's a list. Yeah. Time scale of 6. The slowest safe time scale. Oh, is it slow? Is that safe? Brick Mage VR integration. Mage VR. Expanded wildlife with realistic behaviors, enhanced enemy resistances, and more realistic armor behavior. Replaced armor with realistic armor types. All AI overhaul, NPC visual overhaul, integration, rebalancing of weights and values for realism, more realistic hunting experience, require proper tools to use crafting stations, JK's Skyrim integration, intrigues bleed, mechanics with visible blood trails, breakable equipment, bows and arrows divided into unique classes that play and feel differently, too many more small changes. I don't really know what the fuck you're going on about. No more map. I made this in a few minutes for my own use, so buyer beware. All I did was remove the map button to encourage myself to use the equipable map instead. See, I'm tempted to get this just because I understand his pain. I understand the need to get rid of something so that way you don't end up using it. Like, in one of my Fallout 4 playthroughs, I modded out VATS. So that way I couldn't possibly use it. And instead replaced it with bullet time. Which, fun fact, bullet time makes the game much easier. But it felt really cool at the time. But I understand it. But I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna try my best to just not use the galaxy map. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to use that map. Simple iron sights for sighted crossbow VR. I don't know if I want to use crossbows. Do you plan on finishing Mass Effect 3? Been a little over 2 months since you just stopped streaming when you were close to finishing up. You just got bored or forget? Actually, I did forget. Thank you. Yeah, I'm at this weird stage right now where I'm in between playthroughs, so I didn't know what to do, so I was like, I'm just gonna start modding my next one. But yeah, probably tomorrow. That seems right. I'll finish it up tomorrow. Actually, hold on. Hold on. I might have uninstalled it to make space for other things while my girlfriend was here. Oh yeah. Oh, Chief Poohbar with the Twitch Prime. Oh, you wonderful person. Yeah, it's uninstalled. I'll have to reinstall it. That's fine. Yeah, so if it's not tomorrow, it's because I forgot to it's because I forgot to install it. Anyways. Subtle dialogue, HUD resize. Won't really need that too much. Increase actor limit for VR. Onyx VR weathers. High res VR bound bow FX restored. What is this? Wow, mommy, I see boobs. The hell kind of headset is that? Thank you, Sims. Which allows you to browse your mods for NPCs and add teleport them. Okay, not needed. More HUD. Skyrim VR focuses the Skyrim VR window when it loses focus, allows for the use of tools such as OVR Toolkit, which I actually have. Force on the game to full screen. Any window can shift in the foreground, which then sends your mod's keyboard to who knows where. I don't know. Well, I'll try it without. Again, I don't want to just get mods that I think I might need. So yeah. Immersive Combat for VR. VR FPS stabilizer. Vive VR controls for Sky UI interface. Blah, blah, blah. Smaller HUD. Walk, ran, sprint, improved Oculus touch controls. VR, better vampiric grip. No auto throw or launch. Removes the auto throw effect from vampiric grip as it's redundant in VR. Also sets the charge up time lower to accommodate the difficulty in aiming. I'm not gonna be a vampire, so. Voice recognition. A weapon throwing mod, throwing daggers. If I see it, I will think about it. Though I think Higgs does that already. I think you can pick something up and throw it at them, and it works. But I'll keep an eye out for it. Skyrim skill uncapper for VR. Might want that. Simple realistic archery VR. Automatically unequips your arrows after shooting them, then re-equips the arrow after pressing the trigger. Oh, so I'm not just, you know, I'm holding an arrow. Right. Realistic sin. Dual wield block VR. Sprint jump VR. Draw glyphs on Vives and WMR, which I have to equip spells. On the touchpad. That's what I have. I have a touchpad. I never use the touchpad because it's garbage. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea, but I already have the other thing going, which also just completely replaces the favorites menu, so I'll go with that. Skyrim VR tools. I'm gonna need that for a number of things. So yeah. Disable input VR. That could be useful for the Windows button, because I hate the Windows button. It just, I have two of them for each thumb, and it's just the fucking worst. Also, clicking the thumb is a thing that happens a little too often, and it brings up like a pause menu, but not an in-game pause menu. I'm gonna grab this, because being able to turn off things, I'd rather have. Disable any input you like with VR controls when you're not in a menu. It comes with already disabled turn in with touchpad system. You can also set any button to disable out of a menu from config if you have any requests. I'm gonna put that in possibles, just because I'm not entirely sure if it is something that I will need. but it's always good to have an option to get rid of it. No weapon swings. Select NPC. VR custom quick slots. Windows Mixed Reality Skyrim VR plus mods launcher. Allows you to launch Skyrim VR plus some mods that require external EXEs like Mage VR from one click to an Alduin model inside the house. Yeah, this is when I'm in VR in between games, you never see this, but this is where I am. So I could just launch the game by clicking on Alduin. Auto sneak and jump VR. VR shimmer fix. That is something sneaking. That sneaking is something I am gonna have to actually do. Physical jumping. Jesus. Yeah, no. Yeah, anytime I play a Bethesda game and it's like, oh, it's time to sneak, I actually start crouching and I just get too exhausted because I can't be like that. Oh, there was Mage VR. I wanted to look at that. They keep bringing it up. Blackpoint, hello. Have you ever considered a modern playthrough in Fallout 4, like with modern build and high-tech stuff and so on? No. Never really considered it, outside of... Like, the most modern I've ever gone in a Fallout game was, I think it was in New Vegas, where I downloaded the weapon packs of Millennia. Gesture extension. But that's about it. I don't think I can do this. You don't like it? Weapon packs of the Millennia? No, I liked the guns. There was a couple of guns I really liked. Some were just too modern and it took me out of the situation. But no, when it comes to Fallout, I really like the futuristic 1950s feel of everything. And when I start adding in like proper modern day weapons, like it just doesn't look right to me. So what does this mod do? Have you done a Skyrim series without mods? A series? No. A playthrough? Yes. Okay, yeah. Mage VR I don't need. Bandolier. This patch allows the pouches, bags, and other apparel added by Bandolier to be visible on my VR body. Woo-wee. Um, oh, well, there's Ordinator. So I guess Ordinator can now work with VR. So maybe do that. Maybe an Institute playthrough with modern stuff and evil. Uh, maybe. If I was to do an Institute playthrough, it would mostly just be I'm gonna use laser weapons. Actually, for once, I would probably change over to plasma, even though plasma weapons don't look very good and sleek. But I'd have an excuse to go plasma because they're a lot more scary. Okay, I'm gonna put that. There we go. A series on YouTube would be fun watching you scream at how bad everything is without mod, especially the inventory. I think my when special edition came out and there weren't many mods, I was playing it without mods. And yeah, I did complain about the inventory. I honestly don't have that many problems with the game being vanilla. The inventory being the one exception because I just like being able to see more shit. Um, but it's fine. Winter's coming patch, bandit patch, Oculus controls with hotkeys. Yeah, I'm really hoping I find something here that's, you know, oh, get your Creation Club stuff and put it in VR because, I have a lot of Creation Club stuff and I kind of want to do the survival mode. Even though the first time I played this, I went, oh my god, I never want to do survival mode in this. But I kind of want to do it anyways. VR body. Sky voice. Arvac disappears silently. Oh, come on. We need it. We need the thing to scream. Get rid of flying and disappearing, health bar and optional magic and stamina bar. Yeah, that shit just drove me nuts, which is why I have, well, I'm gonna have the other thing. View yourself in VR. Scoped bows VR Lefty edition. Less HUD VR. I forgot how bad this inventory is. I'm so used to playing with Sky UI. I'm sorry for those who play this on console. That was me, apparently. Be seated. VR skin replacement. Yeah, we're really running out of mods here. Uh, That's it. Didn't really find many mods, but I found some. So, with that said, really, there's only one thing to do, and that is install Jagersfeld, the greatest house mod of all time. Sorry. Yeah, this is my house. Right, this is my house. And this is my buddy Daryl, who's having a baby today. He's gonna be a daddy. I already told him he's gonna be a bad father because he's gonna have a kid born in the summer. Poor kid will never know the joys of staying home from school on his birthday. He said, don't worry, I'll just make him go to summer school and I'll let him have the day off then. And I'm like, oh, there's a good dad. Anyways, I don't actually need Jagersfeld. I'm gonna get Jagersfeld. I am gonna get Jagersfeld. I have decided I'm gonna get Jagersfeld. Because I haven't looked at it in VR yet. I haven't been in my house in VR. I need to go there. Actually, I should go back and see if there's any complaints, because I'm sure there are. The mod has not survived well. Yeah, Tech Angel here, he took over the job of taking care of the house. Because me and Daryl just don't give a shit anymore. It's like, no, we built it. We're good. Also, that reminds me, somebody contacted Daryl asking if they could have permission to take Lair of the Crimson Scar and port that over to Special Edition, which I already did. It's on Bethesda.net. It's not on Nexus. And I told Daryl to contact them back and be like, oh, I'll do it. But I haven't done it. Anyways, we're back on VR here. We are going to top files this. Sky UI is definitely a thing that's going to be a thing. I don't even need to fucking... Don't even need to debate it. Unofficial Skyrim patch. Don't even need to debate it. It's just gonna be in. Just put it in and done. Static mesh improvement mod. That is, of course, gonna be in. A quality world map. I'm not gonna put that in because I am thinking I'm gonna do the other thing, so I won't have any need for this world map. Race menu doesn't fucking matter. because you never see yourself anyway, so I don't care. By the way, don't make me play Skyrim again. I really appreciate that you stick to Fallout 4 in Skyrim. I love you for that. Do you have Inigo? I am going to get Inigo. He is definitely the one companion that I am getting, as well as someone else who works really well with Inigo that I played off a stream on my own, and I was like, I like this guy. Alternate start does not work in VR, so nope. Immersive armors, I might do. Let me have a look at the list of mods that I originally thought of. Yeah. Yeah. An Ordinator is going to be a thing. Why aren't you downloading them now? Because I don't actually have the VR installed quite yet. I actually still have original Skyrim installed. And I'm keeping it that way in the hopes that I can figure out some way to get Creation Club stuff into VR stuff. Let me check my list. And yeah. Don't really need this because of Rivals. Yeah, I don't really need it. All this does is just add extra lines from the same voice actor or actress to pretty much everybody. Meh. Yeah, meh. Enhanced lights and FX. Legacy of the Dragonborn. This is the thing that I was doing on Wayrest Bradley. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to do it again, but this time not having a focus on it, just something that I swing back and just get paid. You know, just something to do. And if for no other reason, then all of the items are still pretty cool to pick up. So I'm gonna go put that. Yeah. Manticore, hello! In VR, you have to load a nude mod where you can push elves. I don't want no. I'll tell you this though, in VR, Lydia is quite hot. I'm just saying. Ayella, you'd think Ayella would be hot, but she's not. She's dirty and needs to fucking shower. That side boob can be hanging out all it wants. It ain't changing the fucking dirt marks all over her body. Ugh. Immersive weapons. Did I add that to my list already? Yep. And you guys can speak up. You can make recommendations. Obviously, like, you know, one was just made about nude mod, even though it was a joking one and I dismissed it. But, I mean, if it sounds good, I will take it under advisement and have a look at it and stuff like that. And, you know, we can all decide whether or not that'd be kind of cool to do. Uh, Cloaks of Skyrim. I say I like Cloaks of Skyrim, but I have no need for it, especially now because, you know, I'm not going to be cold. Also, I'm still surprised there's no there's no mod to add Cloaks of Skyrim or Winter is Coming compatibility patch to the survival mode in the Creation Club. Like, I can't be the only one that uses Creation Club survival mode and go, yeah, this is great. Creation Club survival mode is just great. Because it is. I like it better than Frostfall. Sure, it's not as harsh, but sometimes it's pretty damn harsh. Is my character going to use magic? Because if yes, you should add Awakened Magicka. Uh... Awakened Magicka. Oh, it's this mod. Oh, it's this one. Yeah, I was using this before. Very good, very powerful. Gets stupidly powerful after a while. Yeah, this was a very good one. Fortify school effects for alchemy and enchanting have been swapped. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I use this on Wayrest Bradley. And of course he had Creation Club spells that he could use. And what was that Unbound Lightning spell? He would just walk into a cave and just bah! And because he was so powerful due to Awakened Magicka, it just killed everything in the dungeon. Racial overhaul mod that balances the racial passives. Racial overhaul. This one? Anyways, yeah, I didn't actually make a final verdict on Awakened Magicka. Awakened Magicka is a good shout. I did enjoy it. But because it can quickly become too powerful, and the fact that the playthrough is going to be kind of me trying to do everything. Because my first VR playthrough, I was like, the bow sucks, swords suck, the shield sucks, but magic is cool. And now I'm going to be modding it so everything else is cool. I'm going to be trying everything. So it's going to be kind of a jack of all trades, but I'm also going to be playing on the hardest difficulty. And because of that, I'm having two companions. I'm going to stay away from anything that makes me too powerful. Imperial races, that was what you meant. Okay. You sure? I think he means Imperious. Ah! Imperious makes the races of Skyrim unique and diverse. It overhauls racial abilities, powers, and stats, giving each race 3 new racial abilities and a quest to unlock their racial power. NPCs can use them too. I kind of like that. Do I get 2 cookies now? You get 1 cookie for correcting it. Do I want to play a Khajiit again? While sneak and movement is half as loud, but you can do a power leap with weapons sheathed. Claws deal 10% damage. Power attacks with 2 free claws deal extra damage. That's pretty good. Acquire 50,000 lifetime gold to unlock. Perception at will improves vision and darkness, mutes distracted. So you don't just have night vision as a cat by default? Well, what's the fucking point? How are you born a cat and not have night vision? Each stand and stone grants its own additional effect. Discover 10 stand and stones to unlock. 1 a day. Invoke your Aldmeri Netic heritage to gain the racial power of a living human or elven target for 300 seconds. So if I'm in a fight, I just, now I have your power. He makes a good point, Tick. You don't get a cookie. No one gets cookies now. I'm gonna put this with possible. I like the idea, but I'm gonna put it with possible, just because I'm not entirely convinced. Plus, I don't really know what character I want to play anyways. I just know that I'm gonna play a kind of jack of all trades. Alright, back to the list. Immersive sounds. Do I have that on my list? It does. Immersive patrols. I don't have that on my list. I might want it. I'm gonna put it on my list. I mean, more activity is always a good thing. Cut-in room floor. Cut-in room floor doesn't add a whole lot, but it does add more. Yeah. Okay. I have that on my list. I have an old list of mods that I add things to and take things away from like other playthroughs, like, oh, I loved this, so I'm keeping it in this list. And you know, as I make a new playthrough, I go through the list and go, I'm not going to use that, delete. Better shaped weapons. That's... Eh. No. I'm sorry. Skyrim! When I look at that, I think Skyrim! RS Children Overhaul. Currently only for boys. Still. That's good. See, I'm always like iffy about downloading child mods. Because I remember once, I think it was for Fallout 3, I downloaded a mod that was gonna fix kids. And something happened to some of the clothes, and like a bunch of the kids were just naked. Not like naked, but like, you know, just in underwear, and I'm just like, ah, I don't want this shit. Ah, it's just weird. I'm always like iffy about getting child mods. I think something similar happened to this one in my playthrough, and I just never really did it again. It Braith's on fire and dying. Like, even, like, they just look so... They all look different, but they all look off. They look anime, and that's... no. Run for your lives. I might want Run for your lives just because it is quite annoying when dragons attack and everyone stays outdoors, and then I look around and go, oh, great, everyone's fucking dead. Wet and Cold SE. Now, that is one that is kind of needed. So I have Footprints as well. I mean, like, once you have these two and you play the game long enough with these two, when you don't have them anymore, suddenly you just notice something's missing. Something's wrong here. What's happening? This won't matter because we'll never have a kill move. Rustic Clothing, I think that's definitely on there already. Yep. Inigo, yep, definitely. Toggleable Night Eye Vampire Werewolf Khajiit. Actually, you know what I might get? If I get a Night Eye. Is Gophers. What was that called? Predator Vision. There it is. He has great Night Eye. Yeah, he made this for his... Which character was it? It was Richard, right? Because he made a werewolf and just... Night Eye sucked. So he made a night vision, and it's just great. Uh, anyways, is this one any better? Any different? Night Eye spell. Yeah. Yeah, if anything, I would definitely go with Predator Vision. Because who knows? Maybe this will be my werewolf playthrough, which I know people are then going to be like, then you need to get werewolf mod, but just calm down. It might be a werewolf playthrough. But either way, like, I can still get, because it says it right here, mages can cast Dark Vision and Predator Vision spells. So at the very least, even if I never do vampire or werewolf, which seems fine to me, I can at least get the spells and use it. So... Copy, and paste that there. Coin toss, pump and iron, iHUD. I won't need iHUD because one of the mods, two of the mods that I'm getting is... first off, I don't need pump and iron because that only affects you. And you never see yourself, so don't need pump and iron. Coin toss, maybe? Did he make coin toss? He did. Look at that. I didn't even know he made another mod. Like, I've known of coin toss, but I had no idea that was a Gopher mod. You know what? So I was just doing a quick playthrough in my head of how well and funny could this be, and I thought of a couple situations where flipping a coin could be pretty funny and interesting. So that's in the possibility list. Hopefully it works in VR. I don't know. Let's check the posts. Let's see. Does it work in VR? I don't know if somebody can find out whether or not that's VR compatible. Cookie, yes. Now you get Cookie. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Coin toss. That's a strong possibility. Pump and iron, no. iHUD, I can't really imagine being useful because again, at least two of the mods that I'm going to be having, one gives me a compass that I hold and a map, so I can look around and do shit. So don't need that up there, and I think it gets rid of it. And the other one is health, magicka, and stamina bars on my wrist. So, yeah. Though, then again, I might want to get rid of, like, the sneaking icon, but I doubt it. I like the sneaking icon. I forgot you want to do this in VR. Yep. Campfire. Parthenak's dilemma. There is no dilemma. Just kill the dragon and get a soul. Done. Fun fact. How many people here have actually completed the Crown of Baronzaya? How many people actually know what the point of it is and what it does? I'll tell you exactly what it does. It increases your luck in finding valuable things in everything. Go into a barrow, have one of those little urns, open it up, diamonds, emeralds, rubies, 3 gold. So it's a very good reward for a hard ass thing to do. But it gets ridiculous after a while of actually finding like just countless flawless diamonds and rubies and shit in garbage containers. Immersive interactions. Animated actions. See your character perform context-aware actions when interacting with the world. Animated greeting of NPCs, pickpocketing, lockpicking, more. How? I mean, that's useless for us. I was just curious. Sky HUD. Ruins clutter improved. I'm ashamed to say I haven't in over 8,000 hours or more. I know what they go to. Yeah. Ruins clutter improved is definitely a thing that I need to add in. For some reason, it's not already added in. Because when you're in VR and you're down there looking at stuff, you notice all the wrong shit. Blended roads, that is definitely added in. Two times, 5 times, 10 times more gold. It's too easy. Majestic mountains. I don't know if I want to fuck with the mountains too much, simply because they're everywhere. Fucking with the mountains fucks with essentially the whole damn map. Absolutely, that definitely is going in. That is definitely going in. This stuff is absolutely gorgeous. Like it's just wonderful. That is definitely going in. Immersive wenches. Wildcat. Combat of Skyrim. Oh, I remember I did that. That was a long time ago. Yeah, I remember trying this. That was... No, wait, Wildcat was part of the... When did I last download this? It should tell me. Hey, it works for VR. I think that was part of my Wayrest, Bradley. I can't be sure. I think it was. I'm gonna put this in. This was actually very good. And I can only imagine how good it will be with the harder combat. On the hardest difficulties, legendary difficulty is what it's called. Because you can actually nail them in the head or nail them in the chest with an arrow or anything really, and it just really fucks them up, and causes an injury, which makes the fight a lot easier. I am adding that to my... Yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh, Beyond Bruma. I have no real interest in experiencing Beyond Bruma again, other than the fact that I'd be in VR, and therefore would be able to go to Frostcrag Spire in VR. You're probably going to be the first person to use coin toss in VR. Haven't found anything about the compatibility. Well, actually, that just reminded me, because I can go to description here. And, yep, there's no tags for VR. Legacy of the Dragonborn, that's gonna be a thing. I'm gonna put that in just so I can get all of that precious, precious loot. Damn it. Ah. Uh, yeah. I haven't really gone with immersive creatures for a long time, because it does add creatures that I just don't like. Like, goblins are fine. Don't know what the fuck that is. Slaughterfish are already a thing, so I don't know why they're in. Ancient slaughterfish. If I remember correctly, I think the ancient slaughterfish is huge and kills you in one hit. It's really annoying. Ash Hunter was kind of cool. Ore Guardians, ridiculous, but I mean, at least you get extra ore out of it. Durzog, I don't remember a Durzog ever being a thing. Dregs are fine. They're just kind of weird looking. Dromora Lords, that's fine. Bone Wraith, Soul Cairn. Look at all this shit. Blackreach Golems. The Daedroth. The Daedroth's fine, just kind of weird that it's just there. Dramen. These things. I hated these things. They were so annoying. Male Spriggans. Plague Wolves. This shit. Like, this is almost fine. But this shit. That's fun. Like, yeah. Just sitting here bashing the shit. Instead of just moving on. Book covers of Skyrim. I'm gonna put that. There we go. Even though I think book covers of Skyrim is part of Legacy of the Dragonborn? A matter of time. Nah. Convenient horses. I don't see why it wouldn't work. Only thing it does is give you a spell that drops one septum on the ground. Convenient horses is a very good mod. Doesn't say anything about VR though. Doesn't say anything about VR, so I'm gonna put it in my possible. Nice. Uniques. That's definitely in my thing. Definitely be adding that in. Realistic ragdolls and force. While playing in VR, I kind of like the ridiculous ragdoll physics that are vanilla Skyrim. So, yeah. How does the map work in VR? I will be able to pull a compass off of my hand, and on my arm I can pull a map off and put it back. Mr. Anderson. Yeah, that's how the map and compass is going to work.
Go on in the Whiterun hole. So for example, this is the map to Riften. Beware, it will not change automatically when you have it equipped. So if you walk over a border, then you will have to re-equip or change manually. Now, if you have bought a few of these additional maps, you will see your inventory is pretty cluttered. And that's where this map storage case comes into play, where you can actually store the maps you have, and they will not clutter your inventory, but the mod will still work. It's very costly, and you need to buy them from a...
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Anderson, we are modding our next series, Skyrim Vr. I'm taking suggestions. I'm building it with you guys. I want this to be our playthrough, not just mine. There are some mods that are definitely going to come in that I want. But, ooh, Helgen Reborn. I like Helgen Reborn. Mod author really loved my playthrough of his mod until I earned the player house and just kind of was like, yeah. I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. You have all these weapon plaques everywhere and they're so ugly. Guess what mod did I just wanted to recommend? Huh? Helgen Reborn. I'm gonna add Helgen Reborn to the playlist. I love the idea to the possible playlist. I love the idea that we can help rebuild Helgen. Nope. Wasn't this a Steam exclusive? Navigate VR, the map mod. Oh. Right. Yeah, I thought this was a Steam mod, like with the pit. There were a couple of quest mods that were only on Steam, which was really annoying. spell impacts. Always fun, but not really all that necessary. Immersive HUD Special Edition. Just because Gopher never goes wrong. You can never go wrong with Gopher. Oops. I haven't used iHUD for a special edition at all. But just in case, the VR mods that we're getting to replace the HUD, essentially, if for some reason the HUD doesn't actually disappear, immersive HUD. Any idea when I'm starting the new series? Nope. Interest in NPCs. Higgs. Higgs is already guaranteed. Higgs and the spell wheel. Those are two things that I am 100% getting. Well, also the map thing. Bit my lip. So does this fuck with VR at all? I'm gonna put immersive interest in NPCs. Fucking hell! Ugh. I'm gonna put interest in NPCs on the possibilities. Because more stuff to do and interact with, the better. That was my tongue that time. Sophia, nope. The joy of perspective. Don't get this, it fucks your game. I still can't believe that nobody has made a better first-person perspective mod. Like, there's one in the regular version, but for some reason they can't get one to work here, so instead we have this, and it just does not work, and it's crap. You hungry? I know, I keep trying to eat my lips and my tongue. No spinning death animation. It's always so funny how many people hate that. That there had to be a mod for it, and that it's popular. The fuck is this? Finally, Gore is back in Skyrim. It was never around to begin with.
Hello and welcome to Bro Duel. Today,
Fucking bro, dude.
not for the faint of heart.
I don't know if this would work in VR. Oof! I just noticed that. His guts are hanging out. Oh, Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ! VR body is joy of perspective for VR. I know. Actually, don't really need body. What all I would want is hands. Yeah, that's fun. I'm gonna put this in my possibilities. Apparently, I downloaded the Forgotten City, whatever this is. How do I not know what this is? Oh, I remember this now. Oh, this is the time travel mod. Ah, yeah, that was a fun one. Weird, but fun. Don't you have hands in vanilla or Higgs? You have regular hands if you have something equipped. I think in Higgs it'll give you hands. So that's really all I need. I don't need like full-on body and shit. If anything, it makes having an actual body in VR makes me feel very odd. Like having hands, that's one thing. Once the hands go all the way up, it's actually more disorienting because I'll do that and know my arm is fully extended, but for some reason the arm will be bent. Or maybe my arm is still bent, but my arm is fully extended in game. It's very disoriented, like what's happening. And forget about legs. Just it's too weird. They're not doing what my legs are doing, so I'm just looking at fucking slithery snakes moving around on the ground. It doesn't work. More HUD. Do I want more HUD? There is a more HUD VR. You know what? I'm gonna go with more HUD VR. I'm gonna give that a go. Because if no other reason, like it's never on screen. It's always like I'm pointing at something. It's telling me what it is that I'm pointing at. So VR helmets. I think VR helmet is just a. Oh, look at all these good pictures. Yeah, it's not really something like I am wearing a specific type of helmet, so it becomes this. This is just what the game looks like. It lessens your field of view all around you to make it seem like that to you as you're, playing. Because the less you see, the less hard it is to get sick by it. Audio overhaul for Skyrim. I think I moved on from that. That was the old one. No, I am still using it. Right, okay. I put audio overhaul for Skyrim on first, and then you overwrite anything with that would blah 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 blah. You install that first, and then since I also have it is Immersive Sounds Compendium, you install the immersive sounds afterwards, so that way, skibbity bobbity boo. Ball rim tools. What an image. What an image. Do I want dynamic snow? Rustic windows. Yeah, the Rustic series. I usually always go with the Rustic series. Does he come out with a whole, here's everything I've ever done? Yeah, he did the Rustic clothing. But yeah, this guy did, like, so much stuff, and it's all gorgeous. Yeah, he did not. He has not put out. He hasn't put out a whole, all-in-one thing. Gamwitch, put out an all-in-one thing and make it easier on everybody. Come on. Hall follower. Yeah, I saw that one. Wonders of Weather. It's fun, but meh. Though I have to say, the rain splashes will come in handy. Ah, yeah, alright. Cause yeah. There's no, unlike Fallout 4, Skyrim doesn't have a wet looking texture that gets applied during rainy weathers. So it'll be dark and gloomy and you'll see rain falling, but it just falls right through the ground and everything still looks dry. So it's just, no. So I'm gonna put that in my possibilities because it might be a problem. Uh. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Fix the CDD that affects. Da-da. Embers. Quick loot. Quick loot could be good, just because I'd be in and out of a menu all the time. There was also a problem with this mod that if you opened up a container with like over 20 items, it would crash the game. So you had to like go into the ini files and limit how many it would show to like 5. Let's see. Let's see what you recommend here. Speech recognition. Nah. Could be nice, but no. I don't want to actually sit there having a voice act. Odafing, you are my prisoner! Take me to Alduin! I don't want to do that shit. What was this animation? Oh shit. I have no need for this, but what the fuck is it? Real life motion capture animations. I don't understand exactly how this stuff works, but it looked interesting. Uh, that is our second character. He is, great. He is such a sweetheart. He's wonderful. This is going to be a thing that we're definitely getting. But then again, I don't think I really need it because this is 7.1 surround sound already. So, though, to be fair, I probably should use different headset. Well, I can't use a different headset. I need to get earbuds. I need Raycon. Never used Lucian, so I look forward to it. He's good. He's a good character. Well voice acted. Lots of interactions between him and Inigo. It's nice. And like Inigo, he interacts with regular companions as well, and that's quite funny. Dear Diary. I don't know really why I'm looking too much into the non-special edition versions, because I'm not non-special, non-VR version, non-VR mods, because I know most of them already. I know which ones I want, and I know which ones I don't. It was really the VR mods that I needed to look into, and we came away with some good ones. VR refit, which was the mining one. That was the mining one. That was quite nice. That was this one. Even though it's a really silly one, it was kind of cool. Like, you actually are mining or chopping wood, and it's just dropping it at your feet, so you gotta pick them up. It's a silly one, but I mean, at least it's not, oh, there's a big old ore thing that I need to mine. Click, done. So it's a little more interesting. Navigate VR, which we found pretty early. The Dear Diary VR. Disable Input VR, which just lets me turn off a button that if I don't want it to actually do anything, which would probably be the thumbstick press in, because I do that way too often by mistake, especially if I'm panicking. Ordinator VR, Imperious for races, the Predator Vision, Coin Toss, which isn't VR, but yeah, I found a couple of VR things, but not too many VR things that really stood out. Like, what's the most endorsed? Ethereal Cosmos is the Night Sky mod. The Night Sky is... here's the thing. It's actually gorgeous in VR. There's not a lot visually that needs to be changed in VR for, like, super long... Like, a long distance... The LOD, that's gonna need to be changed. I already have one that's not gonna be too horrible. But... yeah, everything else is pretty fine, unless you have to get, like, right up close to it. Like, you know, I have a Midian-born Book of Silence, I think it is, which is just all the Midian-born stuff, because that stuff is just gorgeous. If I'm going to have hands, and I'm going to be wearing gloves, I want them to look good, because I'm right up close, and the same thing with the weapons. They need to look good, because they're right up close. Stuff like the stars, that it's actually fine in VR. You can't really tell too much. Some stars might be a bit bigger than they should be, but whatever. Weapons can be kept, drawn, sheathed in 14 visible holsters. So I can equip my sword by actually going, wha, and my bow by going, wha. Yeah, just show me the quick version. Well, it's not showing me the... Not showing me the...
Hello again, my friends. I've recently
The
taken a dive
string?
into the modding rabbit hole yet again. Visible avatar is cool. Quickly retrieve your weapons and the ability to store and retrieve my bow like this feels menu is really awesome.
Yeah.
Legs, arms, and back. And whenever you store a weapon, it's also visible on your body. Being able to quickly retrieve your weapons like this without needing to go into a menu is really awesome. And the ability to store and retrieve my bow like this feels great.
Yeah.
It's a very powerful mod, and it's impressive that somebody was able to code this to work as well as it does. On my system, there was a slight performance hit. I got a little more reprojection and stuttering in some areas. It's not a deal breaker, but something to keep in mind. The mod Be Seated solves an immersion challenge that
Okay. This is a thing. This is a thing we're doing. That's a thing. Absolutely, that's a thing. Done. 100 fucking %. That. Yes. I can't believe I missed it my first time through. Holy shit. Weapon Throw VR. This was recommended earlier. Holy shit. Oh, okay. You're Thor. Bound weapons are throwable, including spell siphon bound weapons. Auto aim is added in. Boom, boom, let's completely auto aim. That's good because throwing in VR sucks. I'm not sure. Yeah, so Spell Wheel VR. This one we already saw. To anybody who's showing up, we're definitely having this. Now you can see yourself every time you open your inventory. Yeah, I don't really care about seeing myself. Like I know I'm pretty. All right. Okay. I think we are good with that. I don't think there's much else we can do. I'm gonna do a quick Google search. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Apparently there is a way to get the Creation Club stuff into Skyrim VR. A lot of work. Am I going to use crossbows? I don't think so. If for no other reason than using a crossbow seems as boring to me as using a big two-handed weapon. Because it's not like in Skyrim VR, you know, you got a warhammer. Huh. It's just I'm hitting you with my warhammer. So a crossbow, even though it should be that, it's just. So if I'm gonna use archery, it's gonna be a bow, because at least it makes sense. Uh, Do not use survival mode as the only add-on in the Creation Club thus far that has major issues due to the UI differences in VR and SSE. It either needs some sort of patch tweak or requires the VR mod tool to edit. So to be honest, you are better off downloading Frostfall, one of the many great survival mods here on Nexus. Yeah. All of the pet mods do not work. Okay. So my number one reason for wanting Creation Club, a couple of the pets, and the survival mode just doesn't work. Fuck. Archer Assassin. Not so much Archer Assassin, but if I use archery, I want a bow in VR, just because it will feel more right. Plus, archer assassin means I have to do a lot of sneaking, and I don't want to actually have to be crouching, because it's painful and tedious after a while. So, if anything, I think I'd be more of a I'm gonna end up being a jack of all trades, but run in there and just fuck shit up. Like a sword and board kind of guy that will also break out a bow, and every once in a while, magic! Ah! I'm coming though! Sword! Pop, pop, pop! I'm out of coffee. And I'm way late for my 5-minute break, so we're going to take a 5-minute break. So grab a cogs, grab a tots. I'll see you back here in 5 minutes' time. Hey, I'm back, and now you are too, so welcome! If you've joined us during the break and are wondering what the fuck are we doing, we are looking through the Nexus for Skyrim VR mods and other mods that will be accompanying it, and we have quite the selection now. We have quite the selection of mods. We're just doing a second look through to see if there's anything I missed. Move around in the main menu. Jesus. Um, 500 mods. Holy shit. All right. Well, we're back. Okay. I didn't even know we were. I wasn't showing the screen. Um. Well. Thank you, the Lorger. Somebody was watching the stream and it's like, I'm gonna go comment on his mod. Uh. Anyways. So I got some uninstalling and reinstalling to do. And then I suppose we could start installing stuff into Skyrim VR once that's fully downloaded again. Mods. For some reason, the mods chose. So much stuff. Yeah, Wildcat is currently installed. Yeah, in Skyrim Special Edition, simply because I was using it with. Wayrest Bradley, that's the name. Ba-ba-boom, goodbye. I guess that means Wayrest Bradley is no more. He was too good and powerful. I mean, and his entire character was supposed to be, you know, the sneaky thief, well, former thief that never actually kills anything if he doesn't have to, and that just never was a thing. He was always killing everything. I Need works with VR. I'm not a huge fan of I Need. If I can't have survival mode, I'm not that interested. Alright, we are installing Skyrim VR. Wowies. I have trouble believing that the game is only 10 gigabytes, though. Okay, so I think I can't install. Uh, okay, well, I don't know if we're back, if we're not. I think we are. I don't think I can start trying to install Skyrim VR while streaming. I don't think that's a thing I can do. I mean, I can give it one more go, because the bitrate is A-OK. And go. Yeah, no, I don't like that. I watched my 6,000 bit rate go right down to 2,115. I was like, "Rrr." Gets any lower, it's gonna start buffering again. So yeah, okay, we can't do that now. I'd have liked to. I'd have liked to have started installing it. VR version is smaller than Oldrim. Oh my god, Oldrim. Forgot about the name Oldrim. Yeah, I don't know, it says 10.23 gigabytes. That can't be right. Can't you limit download rate in Steam? Yeah. But... Eh... I wish this game would work. Because I'm horribly evil, and I love this game. But it just don't work. I'd love to play Murder Simulator for you guys. Well, I don't I don't think there's anything I can really do. I need to play this game again. Even if it's not for you guys. Because this game was good. And I haven't beaten it. I get too distracted. I keep looting the same place over and over again because I'm like, I know what's there and it's good. I just keep looting it. Before I know it, I've just been playing in-game for weeks and everywhere is just overpopulated. Yeah, I've got them. Witcher 3, I gotta play it at some point. Yeah, this is VR too. I was gonna play this and I never got around to it. I got it for like $3. And it's a full-on RPG. We just did this last month. This was awesome. Waltz of the Wizard is just... what a game. Alright, well, I mean... I don't know what else to do. Because... the whole point is getting Skyrim up and running, but... we can't do that while I'm streaming. Nope, can't do that while streaming. So I guess the only thing I can do is just stop the stream and just get this done and go through my list and just put that stuff in. That a couple of you have definitely added and helped with, so that's quite nice. And then I can just kind of run tests and then decide when we're going to get around to doing it. So I guess that's the end of the stream. which makes me sad, and I'd like to have done more, but it is what it is. Anyways, so yeah, if that's the case, then I'm gonna skedaddle. Limit the max downloaded rate. It doesn't do anything. It won't do anything because it's just gonna fuck with everything. It's gonna take too long. How do I even do that anyways? Oh well. Yeah, if I limit it, it'll take too long. If I don't limit it, you can't watch anyways, so we're just done. That's unfortunate, but, you know, we got shit done. We found a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna download this and install it and put it in. So, yeah. Oh, you know what I should do? Because I'm done. I don't need it anymore. I should get rid of this. Because it's huge. And I don't need to play it right now. I'll think about it. So, yeah, that's going to do it. Thank you very much. Until next time, I've been Darzan. You've been Van Guns. I'll see you in the future. And maybe it'll be this. Skyrim.